Good to see y'all. We've been here the whole time. We do this every Thursday. We've been doing this every Thursday. This is our 21st year of doing this every single Thursday. So we're not going anywhere, just in case you were wondering. We've been around, we're going to be around. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight. So how many of you saw the post that Rachel and Rob and I put on Facebook and Instagram? We posted it at the exact same moment, actually, on Saturday. So you will be aware that last week we remembered the life of a member of our community, Cheese, who passed away 2 weeks ago. And then we had another longtime member of the YA community, Alex Cooper, who passed away last week, at the end of last week. So that's serious, right? For us, that's serious. We have two members of the community who have been members for a really long time. In Alex's case, the full 20 years that the thing has been going, pass away. And so that's a wake-up call to all of us. There are people within our community who are hurting. There are people within our community that are not okay. They're not doing okay, right? They may know that because they may be making choices based on being depressed or anxious or have an addiction or some other reason, or they may not quite realize that, because sometimes people that are not doing okay are kind of the last ones to realize that. And I see some of you shaking your head. You know what I'm talking about, right? Sometimes people that are not doing okay sort of can put it out of their minds and not think about it until it gets to be too late. And so what I want to say tonight is I want to call on all of us. So it's not my job as Charles to know how all the thousands of people that are part of this community are doing. There's no way that any one of us could do that, right? No one person can know how every other person is doing. But all of us are in contact with members of this community. People who come here and people who don't always come here. And people who used to come here and don't come anymore, or people that have never come here, but they wanted to, or people that come every week. Let's reach out, right? That's what I said in my post. Let's reach out. Let's check on every member of this community. Let's check on how they're doing. Let's check on them and see if they're okay. And if they need help, let's point them in the right direction. And you know where that direction is, right? Right here. Tell them to come on Thursday. We'll get them help, no matter what kind of help they need. If they need a place to stay, if they need mental health, if they need medical attention, if they have an addiction, we know what to do, right? Just bring them right here. That's what we've been doing for 21 years on Thursdays, in the corners and behind the scenes. That's what we do. So just tell them to come here. But you can reach out to your circle of friends, people that you know, and you know you know the ones that I'm talking about. You know the people in your life that you're wondering about. Are they okay? Are they going to be okay? Well, what we've learned in the last 2 weeks is they may not be okay. And it may be that they're not going to be okay if we don't do anything about it. So that's the wake-up call, right? That's what this community is about. This community is about connection. How does a community like this stay together for that long, for 21 years? Well, it's because we have real relationships, right? This isn't just pretend. This is like real, authentic relationships that we've built up over a long time. There are people that are here tonight that were here the very first night that we opened 21 years ago. Not looking at anybody, but there are people standing very close to me that were here 21 years ago. So that's what this is about, and we help our friends. And it's real easy to think of mental health as a stigma. It's real easy to think of depression and anxiety or or heavy drug use, addiction as like something's wrong with them, right? But that could be any one of us. We all struggle with mental health. Every single one of us struggles with mental health. And so have some compassion. Think of it, that's what we talk about here in the message time all the time. How would God want you to behave with your friends? If they need help, reach out, help them. And the other piece that I want to say is the other piece of my post that I mentioned is, if you need help, reach out yourself. If you're not doing okay, say that. It's okay to say that. There's nothing wrong with saying that. You don't have to stand on the mic right here and on Thursday night get in the middle of the floor and say, I'm not okay. You can take one of us aside and say that. Or say that you need help, or you want to talk about something, or you want to talk to somebody. That's okay. We've all been there. Every single one of us has been there. I guarantee you there's not one person in this room that has not been in the place where they needed help, and they were not doing okay, and they needed support, they needed assistance, they needed help of some kind. And if you never say anything about it, then you'll never get the help that you need. And what we've learned in the last 2 weeks is that road ends in a very dark place. And we don't want that. We want our community to be whole. We want every member of our community to keep coming here 21 years from now. So let's not think of all this as a stigma. Let's not think of all this as a problem. Let's think of it as an opportunity to do what we do as a community, which is to help others, to help our fellow man and woman. All right? That's what I got.